Can you take an eBay bargain and upcycle it into high profit for resale in my booth? Absolutely, and I'm going to show you how. Stay tuned towards the end and I'll tell you exactly how much I price it up for. So I've been trying to do this project for 2 days, but Storm Kieran's been raining every couple of minutes. Spelt a different way, same name, Storm Kieran. So come and see what I got for £1. So I got this dresser on eBay for £1. I put a bid on it and accidentally won it 3 days later. So it's nothing special, and it's got a load of damage on the top, and it's got these chunks where an old mirror was. So I'm not painting this piece, shock horror, but I'm going to do something different and try and work with the wood and make it just look a bit more special. And my idea for it starts on the driveway. So the wood's not in the best of condition, but that's fine because that's the look we're going for. I want to make it to look like an old bank of drawers that's just been left in the back of a shop or come from an old workshop. So it's a bit wet, but here I've got some old wood. So I'm a bit late to this trend, but we're going to be using oven cleaner on this project. Now, not all oven cleaners are made the same, and for this one I particularly like this Sif Perfect Finish cleaner, which I've used in my home before, and I actually bought 6 bottles of it because I like it so much. In this project I'm using 2.
Get away from every little thing just to try to make it through.
How's that? But it is doing its job, and it was going to get wet anyway, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I've only sprayed the areas that you can see. I've not done the drawer fronts because they're going to get treated separately. So I think a lot of the magic happens when this dries. But I'm going to give it a good scrub all over and a really healthy dose, and I'm going to use this little nylon scrubber just to try and even it out and remove as much of the finish and just blend it in a bit.
I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.
Oh, look at all that. So gross. Looks like the piece had diarrhea. I've given it another coat.
I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do?
Next, and I should have done this before, I want to measure the height of the drawers, and then I'm going to write them on my wrist so that I don't lose them.
I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clearly.
Did you see all that smoke? Honestly, every tool that I have is like on its last legs. Who knows how long this is going to last until it blows up. Do another piece and then it's ready.
Yeah, I try my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you now so dearly. 'Cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can.
Okay, so the boards are now cut. The width of our drawers is 84 centimetres, so I want to cut the boards to be that wide before we move on to working out what the design of this piece is going to be. So we've got even less room in here than we normally have anywhere else. I'm trying to get through this hoard so that there's a bit more space for being able to show you what I'm doing. But this plank is 84 centimetres wide. I want this to look like false drawer fronts. So I'm thinking I'm going to split it into 3 sections, and that comes out to 28 centimetres each. I'm going to cut each of those, and they're going to be our new drawer fronts. Okay, so these are now cut. They don't really look like drawer fronts, they just look like blocks of wood. So what I want to do is I want to router the edges with table router. If you don't have this tool, or you haven't got the patience or the skill, then you could just use the sander just to round off the edges and just make them look a bit more like a drawer front.
I ain't got nothing left.
And I obviously should have waited a few hours to start work on this cabinet, because it's just gone so nice out there now. So that has made them look a bit more refined and a bit more like a drawer front. It has exposed a new edge, but we can deal with that easily later. I'm just going to sand off the edges because these are still a little bit rough from my dodgy table saw. This is not a great project to be doing on a miserable October afternoon, so I'm going to speed this up by drying it out with a heat gun.
I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head.
Okay, so it's the next day. Those the piece is dried overnight and it's gone a lot lighter. So it's gone a lot lighter than these faux drawer fronts that we've made. So it's different wood, but I'm going to treat it in the same way. So while that's drying, I'm going to finish off this choir boy vintage decoration that I started on my live the other night. I made this in under an hour, so if you've not seen that full video, head over and check it out. And it's now fully dry, so it needs a bit more distressing to make it look a bit older. And I'm just going to use a sanding pad to just apply some light distressing.
But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.
I know this probably isn't what you came here for, but this is the life of a content creator now. I'm juggling projects all day, every day. So this is looking much more my old age style. I've just got this section here where I went off the edge, and I'm going to use Verni paint just to paint that in, and then I'll distress that section. And this is how he's finished up. I think this has come out so well. I'm so pleased with it. And if you want to make your own, I'll leave a link in the description to the live video where I made this, and I included a link to the graphics in that video. Now back to my other project.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful.
So I've attached the drawers onto the piece off camera, just used the brad nail, popped some 30mm brads through the fronts, just in each of the 4 corners, and popped the drawers in. The colour has come up really nice, but there is a bit of a yellowness tone. Look at that bit of hair fluffing around. Alright, I'll fix. That'll do, yeah. So there is still a bit of a yellowness tone to this, so I want to neutralise that and just calm it down a bit, so we're going to be adding a paint wash. Using Verni paint in the colour Milk Chocolate, which is a really lovely milky chocolatey colour, very mockery kind of colour. You can see just a dribble there that I was using the other day. So this is the colour. I'm just going to mix it in this sample product pot. I'm just going to add a blob. Quite a bit. So what I like to do is mix it up, and then I look and I see how quickly the paint runs down, and if it runs down and I can sort of see through it, that's a really good wash. If I shake it and I still can't see through it, that means there's still too much paint in there for me and I want to water it down a bit more.
So pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for 2.
Now at this stage you might start to think out and think maybe the colour's not quite right, maybe it's not what you thought. Don't worry yet, don't make any decisions yet, let it dry out completely and then you might see that the colour changes. So I've dried this with the heat gun, and hopefully in those clips you could see the tonal difference that it's made. It has turned this piece from looking very yellowy into looking much more like an aged worn antique, and it's that really desirable old wood colour now rather than that orange off old oak colour. And that wash is what's made the difference. Just that slight pigment going into the wood fibres has just changed the whole look of this piece.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Ooh. Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday.
Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here quietly pleased with myself. I think this piece turned out completely brilliant, especially considering it only cost me £1. All the materials and everything else was super inexpensive, and the final finishing touch on it really was that Fernie Payne milk chocolate wash that just really toned it all down into the most perfect natural wood finish. Let me know what you think about this transformation down in the comments box, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll also leave some other fabulous furniture transformations here from me, so do head over and check those out. And if you're not already, please do hit up that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
It's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.